So this is a recording of my experience using TealHQ to create a new resume. I uploaded my main one, and now I created a second one so that I could edit it. I'm creating a second one's easy enough. You don't need to watch me. But what I thought you would find interesting is it gave me over here 16 issues. And as you can see, professional summary length. It says it's too long. If I click on this, it explains to me why. Please ensure that the blurb summary has between 300 and 350 characters. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got almost more than double what they recommend. So what I'm going to do is go ahead. Let's see what it does when I say generate with AI. Does it generate something new? Does it? Okay. Okay. So it's suggesting here for better results, match a job to this resume to incorporate keywords from this profession. So I'm going to cancel this because it erased everything. And for some reason, what's interesting is it changed 20 to 15, and I don't know why. Let's try this again. Let me see. Let's go ahead. I'm not sure yet how to connect it to my to the job description. Let's go back into the edit. Um, all right, I'm gonna have to do some experimentation. So let's go to Resume Builder. See, oh, connect job. All right, so a user experience problem was I really needed the connection there where I was. Maybe it's not such a bad idea because most people will do it eventually, but let's go ahead and assume we're going to do this um for fun. I don't want to do core. Let's just do project. Let's have fun with this one. We'll just make it basic. Product manager, create our product at TikTok. Oh, interesting. When I connect it, it's doing a nice analysis here. Let's see how long this takes. All right. Ooh, it said I only had a 34% match. So very interesting. Okay, here there's an identifying the keywords. It's giving me a job description and its notes. So I guess I can ignore, I think I can ignore this, which I assume that the ignore is for some things where common sense will tell you you don't need it, but AI hasn't quite figured it out. User generated content, I've done that. Let me see. Very specific about the needs it has here. This is going to be interesting to see what the tool does. I don't think programs is needed. Stakeholders is listed twice. We'll see what happens there. Communication skills I have. I don't understand why it says I don't, but it's the keywords which the computer is looking for. So interesting. So it acknowledges that I have strategy, but it doesn't, but it says strategy and execution. So it's looking for this pair, which is really interesting. And I think that can be ignored since I've already got strategy. I don't think I need documentation. Do I have stakeholders? I don't have stakeholders. Interesting. View all. Let's see. Stakeholder management is probably a keyword it's looking for. So I want to get that in there. So I'm going to leave that alone. I don't know how this product's going to put this in here. These are all basic product skills. We can remove that. I'm curious as to, I do have recommendations because I work on a recommendations platform at some point. So interesting. Oh, and my score increased as I made these modifications. So let's go ahead. I don't have to hit save on anything. It's remembering everything. So let's go back to my resume. The job is connected. Now let's go to, and let's have fun. Let's let the computer do its thing for, oh, and it changed my title to product manager creator. All right. Let's go ahead and we're going to go step by step. Let's go here. Let's generate with AI. It keeps very interesting. It dropped the years of experience, which I think is related to what the job is looking for and not overdoing um, it. So now let's see what we've got. 10 plus years of experience leading product teams, driving. Very interesting. It's forcing me to pick that number, which I like because I was worried that it was going to stuff and then people would forget and not fix it. Either that or it's picked up. I may have x-axis somewhere in my Google or experience because Google's not big on sharing revenue and reducing. Let's actually take a look at my resume really quickly um, to see what we get. You see, I'm going to pause the record. So I went and I looked at my resume and I did not have XX. So I really like this. They are forcing wherever they make up a number or they want to make up a number, they use XX. So I am able to confirm that the XX is for placeholders. So wherever the AI is making up something or making a suggestion that you need to put a number in there, it's forcing you to actually go put it in there yourself, which is great. Okay, so let's see what we've got. 10 years experience leading product teams, driving. Let's say it's probably about across them, it's 10 billion in revenue and reducing costs by. So now here it's screwed up. This is a little too generic. You reduce costs by the project. To say that you led a total of revenue is fine, but for me, saying that you reduce costs. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this out because I don't think it's. I could do as well as leading uh, cost cost cutting, and I don't love that, but they were trying to get me to do that for a reason. You're seeing a combination of Grammarly getting frustrated when the AI suggests something that's not right. So 10 plus years of experience leading product teams, driving $10 billion in revenue growth, as well as leading cost-cutting initiatives, coached 3,000 plus professionals, and launched 5 coaching and education. So it's picking up on things. I'm not necessarily what I would have done, but we're gonna go with it for this. Okay, so here you can see these two are kind of repetitive and putting overemphasizing the work on coaching, and that's not what I want. So it's not ideal because now I'm going to have to go and grab some other things and fix it myself because taking my blurb to this is not likely going to work. But what we will do is we're just going to save. Notice I could save for all resumes. We're going to save. I probably am going to have to come back to this, but maybe I'll leave it to test this. So it's 10 years of work experience leading product teams, driving coach to. We might keep it short and see what happens. It keeps putting the title in here, even, which was interesting. It's not consistent because it cut my 20 years to 10, but then it wanted me to be a VP of product. Okay, so I just observed that it's not being consistent. The fact that it defaulted to putting the product management title here was problematic. But let's play with this. Maybe we could, um, product leader and creator. because it's for a creator role, let's have fun with it. Let's see what happens. I really am just doing this as a test. Um, okay, it's got the wrong email. Interesting. It used the email because I created um so my resume email is different from my account email. Yes, I name drop here with the pen. Let's see if I add a phone number. Will it? I don't want to leave. Oh, well, 917. I think anybody I'm going to apply to a job for. So now it's changed the top here. It's a little bit more intense, and the longer email is problematic. So, um, either I'm going to have to make up a new email address that's shorter that fits, or keep one of my emails that's a little awkward, or take out the telephone number. Do I think they really need the telephone number? Probably not. Let's see. That doesn't help because of the length of the email and the fact that we've got Bay Area. So we'll keep the telephone number in there. I liked how clean it was before with the shorter email. Um, let's try. Unfortunately, it's not what I would like to have multiple. So I'd like to have multiple email choices. Okay, we've played around a little with the top of the page. We've let the experience be super short. It's changed the format, and I normally have a blurb that describes the role and then the bullet points. So I'm not sure what we're going to do here, but let's go back to the analysis here. Let's see, I've professional summary. I now that I've fixed it, it's changed the score a little bit, but it doesn't seem to have accepted. Okay, so professional summary. What is it saying is the problem? Do we see three problems? Let's try generate again and see what happens. Interesting. It modified it again with my changes. It's interesting it changed it. I do not like this reduced business cost because it was for one bullet. I'm going to change this because it's for a creator role. As a creator, 5 course products coached 3,000. Okay, we're going to save this. I've restructured it, but it's not making this go away. So I can't clean it off my list. Okay, so now we're back to going off the list. I've done this professional summary, but I can't figure out what's still stuck there. Oh, it wants it exactly 300. So I made the change, but I wanted it to remind me why. Okay, but it provided the recommendation didn't meet its own requirement. Okay, so what we figured out is that the problem is it's not between 300 and 350 words. Since this was written by the I expected it to meet their requirements, but it didn't. So now what I have to do is I have to save this. I'm going to go back to the job tracker here. I'm going to go ahead, or actually, we're going to go back to the resume here. I need to go look at this job. Ooh, but it won't let me get back to the connected job. So now I'm going to have to go to job tracker. I'm going to have to find the creator. All right, so now let's see. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to actually grab this. And I'm going to take this back to my resume builder and see if I can grab something, but I need the reference in order to know what I want to do with it. So we're going to do edit. And this is me just playing around here. Let's see if there's anything in here that I want to add. By solving complex problems across or products at scale from advertising platforms solutions to product to recommendation platforms. So what I'm trying to do is think what would work for TikTok, even though they're not saying it. Okay, so I paused while I made some changes so you didn't have to sit there while I struggled through it. You can see it's closer to the 350, but it's still not there. It's over by 14 characters, so I'm going to edit it down. Okay, I played with it to get to that word count. It seemed more concerned about the word count than the quality. I'm doing a bit of using the suggestions as well as trying to guess what is needed for this role. Interesting, it's got this to thing here. Interesting, measurable results, time-based. So it wants a professional summary. Interesting. Let's try this. Generate. Let's see what it generates. But it just, okay, so it's having problems with my current measurable results in the header. So it tried to put some in there. Okay, we're going to cancel for now. I'm trying to focus on the creator. So let me try, maybe we'll do, interesting. It's going to constantly, let's try this. With over 15 years of experience. All right, I tried. Okay. Oh, so they've got these little numbers here are for, I don't know what this is. Okay, it's trying to tell me that the number of achievements, please ensure that there are a total number of active achievements between 10 and 15 for all work experiences. I'm going to disagree with this. Oh, it says, okay, so I see what it's saying. It's saying that overall it needs that active, whereas I might have past. I'm going to take, this is going to be difficult because that means I'll have to look into this a little bit more. I think it needs more of a description here. Show me. All right, so all it did was mark the box here. All right, it's looking to me like there's going to be too many things to fix quickly, as well as some fundamental disagreements and lack of deep descriptions on how to fix each one of them. But I'm going to see what I can do about continuing through. Number of achievements. Please ensure that so they want 3 to 5 achievements. So that makes sense. Normally I would have a blurb at the top that describes it and then the achievements, but they're not going to let me do that. In order to play along with this, since this is just a test, I'm fine with that. So I am going to go ahead and basically number of achievements, because of how they've imported my resume, I'm probably going to have to do a lot of editing offline. The achievement length, number of achievements in resume. Okay. They want more metrics in my professional summary. That's fair enough. I took that out in order to get to the 350, but also give a description that I thought would meet with the job. Time-based statement missing, improvement. So what I'm liking, like overall looking at this feedback, is there's a huge focus on number of achievements, length, and time-based metrics. So I am going to, what I have noticed is there's a common pattern here. Sorry if I repeat myself because I've been going back and forth and taking notes. You can see as I've been changing things, it has been getting better. The big problems here are number of achievements, um, achievement length, time-based, and then metrics. Uh, in some cases, I agree. In other cases, I think something may have gone. In the import, I lost some of my descriptors, I think. Maybe, maybe not. I really am annoyed beyond words that I can't have a little blurb that describes the role and the company, but I'm going to work with this tool and test it. Um, I'm going to go ahead and pause now, play with it, and see what I can do to get my score up, and then I'll come back to you. So I'm doing a lot of editing here. I'm going to pause. I'm going to actually probably stop because it keeps asking me to restart and see what I can do. But right now I've gotten it from 40 some odd to 59%.